Hi everyone, my name is Dominic. If you click on this video, you probably are interested or you already signed up for the software engineering major at WGU. I just wanted to come here and give you a little bit of my experience and just tell about how what to expect of the program and what are my thoughts on the career in general. So to give a little bit of a background, I graduated in October last year, 2024, and it took me around 9 months to finish the degree. But without saying, I just wanted to clarify that I transfer 40% of the degree. So I was able to finish around like 60% in 9 months. But prior to that, I did one semester in community college where I gained, I believe, I did two classes. I don't remember how many credits I did, but it satisfied the English requirements and satisfied one of the scripting uh, class. And then I did the study.com and sophia.org. I did all the classes that were available to transfer, and that took me around 6 months. So it wasn't that I finished everything, all the degree in 9 months. No. If I count everything, I will probably say it took me around 3 semesters to finish everything. But actually, at WGU, it took me 9 months, so 1 semester and a half to finish the degree with the transfer of the 40% to meet the requirements. All right, so was it very hard? Yes, it was really, really, really hard. Uh, but at the time, I had a full time job and I had to pick up a part time job. So I was working every single day and I didn't sleep for like 6 months. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just a zombie and it took a toll on my health a little bit. But the reason why I did that and the reason why I sacrificed so much, it was because I didn't qualify for financial aid, right? So I had to pay out of pocket. So in order for me to do that, I had to work a lot because it was $700 monthly, and I'm 25, but I'm an adult, so I have to pay rent and I have to survive. So it was pretty hard, and but I did it. So that's the important part. Are you able to do it? Yes, I believe everybody can do it, but I'm gonna say that everybody can do it, everybody can graduate, whatever. But I don't believe that everybody can be a software engineer. All right. We how? Well, I mean, why do I say that? Is because software engineering is a very demanding career, very demanding. That means that you will always have to be teaching yourself. You will also always have to be on top of every technology that comes out. It depends on your job as well and what you are able to get. But I think it's very demanding. I'm very intense. I'm a very intense person. So for me, it was pretty cool. So what do I mean by that is that I like everything about tech. I really fell in love with the career because prior to that, while I was transferring while I was doing the Sophia and study.com classes, I did a boot camp as well that took me 6 months. For me, it was very cheap because, as you can tell, I have an accent. I'm Hispanic, so I speak Spanish. So there was a boot camp from Argentina that was online, and it's pretty great. And it was just $300 for the 6 months boot camp because of the currency exchange is very cheap for us to buy it with dollars. So I did that. So that's how I actually learned how to code. Did I learn everything? Absolutely not. I was able to program an HTML, a little bit of a JavaScript, and I learned the basics of React. So I was able to make an okay landing page and probably try to make an e-commerce with the help of a tutorial, something like that. So I wasn't great at it, but at least I have the notion of coding, and I was able to at least do a landing page. Uh, so, but I kept pushing. What does that mean? I kept learning. I kept doing tutorials and watching all the things and try to code it myself, and that's how I was able to progress. While I was doing the class, one of the class that I know people struggle a lot is the Angular one, the JavaScript, scripting, something like that class. Um, I did that class in 2 days. But the reason I did that, it was because I already knew about Angular. I never programmed in Angular, but I was already familiar with React and JavaScript. And in this case, they use TypeScript. So I was already familiar. I already did a bunch of projects. So I was able to pass the class like to finish the project in 2 days. If somebody's interested, I was trying to record myself giving a tutorial about Angular and how to pass a class. I didn't finish it, but if somebody's interested, just leave me in the comment section below if you want to see the tutorial, because I have to finish it, but it's already like on the making. Um, that was pretty hard. I took the C# path, So because I really like C sharp, I was familiar with the language because when I was starting, I wanted to know everything about software engineering and if I was making the right choice. That means that I went in to watch like hours and hours of videos talking about software engineering and the different paths I was able to pursue if I wanted to be a software engineer. So I learned about front end, back end, DevOps, cloud engineering, cyber reliability. I learned all the differences, and I wanted to see what kind of developer I wanted to be. So I learned that C sharp is pretty great for like Microsoft. I mean, it's the language created by Microsoft, so I was pretty interested by that, and that's the language they use for video game development, and they use Unity and all that stuff. So I wanted to learn about it, but I didn't pursue it because for video game development, there's a lot of physics and a lot of math and a lot of that goes into it. And I haven't pursued it. Maybe I will, but at the moment, I just learned that like the basics and what the C sharp is. I really like the syntax as well. I learned pretty early because I did the Sophia doc or no, I did the study.com data structure class and at study.com, and it was taught in Java. I learned that I didn't like Java and I couldn't understand anything about Java, so I wasn't gonna pursue Java. Is Java and C sharp better or not? It just depends on what do you like. There's a lot of jobs in Java and there's a lot of jobs in C sharp. I mean, there's not actually a competition. I really like I said, I really like C sharp. Um, so that's why I took that path. Those three classes of C sharp that it was, those are the last classes of the degree and the capstone, right? Those are really, really hard. I enjoy it a lot. I love to actually program on VS Code. I think debugging C sharp is much easier than debugging JavaScript. I actually love debugging C sharp. I can do it. And when you do databases and stuff like that, and you cannot recover data from your database because something is missing, it's pretty easy to debug, which is pretty different than TypeScript or JavaScript. So that was my experience with that. If I talk a little bit how is attending to WGU and stuff like that, I really like online learning. I don't like to go to college. I don't have time for that. I work a lot, so I wasn't able to assist to a college, and also because of the financial thing, like I said, I didn't qualify for financial aid, so I had to pay everything, and I couldn't get loans and stuff like that, so I wasn't able to assist to a regular normal college. And like I said, it's just so much time. I really wanted my degree by 25, so like I said, I'm 25 years old and I already got my degree, so that's what I wanted to do. Um, if you are the type of person that needs to socialize, I don't think WGU is for you. But you also have to weigh the pros and cons of the money and different aspects, right? Uh, Here, you can socialize with people through Facebook groups, you can make friends through Reddit and stuff like that, but that's about it. There's not much, everybody's working. A lot of students are parents, so they don't have a lot of time. That's why they choose WU because of the convenience. So just weigh the pros and cons. Also, everything that you do, you will have to pass yourself. So you have to self thought. Uh, a lot of the classes, nobody's gonna, there's not gonna be a professor that is gonna explain to you the concepts. There are tutorials or whatnot. That's about it. You can read the books, you can read like the class material, but that is not gonna be enough. You really, really have to put yourself through a lot. But I think that is what is needed to be a software engineer because the career, like the job market, is the same exact thing. What I'm gonna recommend for a lot of people is just like learn to code and start doing lead code. What is lead code? Lead code is a page that is basically like algorithm and data structures, exercises. So basically, you will need to learn all of these things to pass the technical interviews. In software engineering, in order to be hired, you will have to pass a technical interview. And the technical interviews, depending on which company you're applying, are very, very hard. Or some people say it's not. I think it's hard. I'm just learning the algorithms and data structures again because I forgot about the two classes that we had um, for the degree. So I'm doing that again, and it's for me data structures and algorithms are really really hard. I'm trying to do it in Python, and but that's about it. I mean, I'm trying to be job ready. Um, so what I say is just like learn that and try to do at least like 100, 150 exercises. Try to be job ready so you can apply to internships. Remember, you're not gonna take a new grad role if you don't do internships. That is the reality of the career. So nobody's going to hire you if you don't have a portfolio, if you don't have projects, if you don't contribute to open source projects, if you don't do hackathons, if you don't do anything on that, nobody's going to hire you. That is why they hire people and they pay a lot of money for software engineering jobs. That's why in this job market, if you want to be a software engineer, you hear that a lot of people are earning as much as six-figure salaries right after college. But what does that entail? It entails that this person passed a technical interview, that this person had prior internships, and that this person had real projects or something, something that made him stand up of the competition. The competition is crazy. This job market is crazy. It wasn't like it was when COVID happened. No, it's not like that. It's really crazy. You need to understand that your competition are people from MIT, from Columbia, from NYU, from I don't know, Caltech, all of these Ivy League schools. It's gonna weigh a lot more than a WGU degree. That doesn't mean that a WGU degree is bad. It just means that you will have to be prepared for that type of competition. You will need to do something to stand up and show the recruiters that you are capable and you are, at the level of degree of these other new grads. Or if you're pursuing an internship, right? So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna take a lot. It's a very hard career. But if you opt for the challenge, then you will be able to do it. But you will have to give your 120% of yourself. That is the reality. There are a lot of people that goes to WGU that are already working in tech, that already had a job and years of experience. They just need the degree. They just need the piece of paper. That is a different story because you already have experience. It's not going to be hard for you to get a job. But if you are like me, that just graduating had no prior experience in tech, then it's going to take a lot. What am I doing right now? Well, my situation is different. I wasn't able to apply for internships while in school because I worked a lot and uh, I was waiting for immigration situation to resolve. So I wasn't able to apply for these types of companies because of security clearance and all of that stuff. So I wasn't able. Okay, so what am I doing right now as a new grad? I'm doing freelancing. I'm freelancing developer. I have clients. I'm doing web design as well. Web design, I design their pages. I design their software. For example, for a client, I needed to design an invoice system that I'm still on the work, but at least it's working now. But I'm still adding functions and I'm still adding stuff to those program and still on like testing, and still on demo beta mode. So that's what I do. I do graphic design as well. Like I do all of the designs, video editions. I bought a drone. I wanted to do like shootings, like video shootings with the drones. So that's what I'm doing right now because I was able to tap in a market, right? If you're interested in freelancing as a software engineer, you can do it, but you will need to. I mean, I can do a video about it. If anyone is interested about how to freelance as a web developer or software engineer, just leave me in the comments and I will do a video about it. So that's what I'm doing right now. And as many of people know or receive the email, WU now has master degrees, right? And it came out with a pretty interesting master degree. So I think I'm gonna sign up for that this year, so I'm able to apply for internships, right? And that's the reason I'm preparing myself. I'm trying to do lead code. I'm trying to do a bootcamp of algorithms and stuff like that. Um, so that's what I'm doing right now, so I can be job ready. Like I said, I already have projects that are actually in production that real clients are using. So I hope that helps me on my resume, and I hope that cuts the attention of the recruiters when I start applying. So that is my 2 cents of the degree. I loved it. I really like WGU because, like I said, I'm a very introverted person. I don't like to socialize a lot, and I don't like to go to normal college or university because for me it's a waste of time. And like I said, I don't really like to socialize with everybody. It feels uncomfortable for me. Um, so and I like to learn in my own pace, like, meaning that I'm a owl, and that's funny because that's the WGU like animal logo, whatever, pet. I don't know how to say it. Mascot. That's the name. So I'm a night owl, so I like to be up until 5 in the morning. So sometimes I sit down at my desk and I start coding from like 7, 8 at night until 5 in the morning. That's what I do, and I know that's not healthy, and I should change my ways. And I'm trying to actually, but That's what I'm used to by now. So, anyways, if somebody has more questions and wants me to do a video about it, just leave it in the comment section, and I will try to make a video and answer all of you guys' questions. Thank you so much, and I guess I will see you in the next video.